Cat Matlala crime documentary, the top politicians he worked with, the police commissioners and ministers who facilitated him to carry out his evil, and the huge amounts of money he has been paying to different people were all exposed at the MADLANGA Commission today. All the evil he has been doing behind the scenes has been exposed by Witness F. What we have been hearing about him is just the tip of the iceberg. Watch till the end and hear for yourself the dirty and scandalous acts he has been committing for years under the cover of the African National Congress. What do you think should be done to Cat Matlala? Let's have your opinion. And please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more updates.
General Shibiri and Mr. Matlala had been speaking together about posts that Mr. Kawula had made about Mr. Matlala.
Can you repeat that, Commissioner?
General Sibir, according to your evidence, said, bring Mr. Matlala, notify Mr. Matlala, give him the warrant of arrest because we may need his security company to assist in effecting this arrest.
Not exactly as in we may need. He said, usually where Mr. Matlala goes, together with his security company, they do see sometimes Mr. Kawula.
Sorry, can you just explain that? I'm not sure I'm understanding it correctly.
I'm explaining that it was not that we may need the security services of Mr. Matlala. It was the matter of where usually Mr. Kawula goes. That is where Mr. Matlala goes on weekends, together with his security. So it might happen if they see him and they might arrest him because of our warrant.
So Mr. Matlala may know where Mr. Kawula is?
That's correct, because he sees him where he usually goes on weekends.
And Captain Zungu, who you managed to get hold of, is from the Hawks. Is that correct?
At that time he was still at the Hawks.
You see, it does seem, Mr. Kawula is a blogger. Do you know that?
I don't know.
Does Mr. Kawula present a physical threat to anybody that you're aware of? A physical threat as opposed to a threat to their dignity?
Physically, no.
Because it does seem a bit of an overreaction to arrive to arrest a blogger by engaging the Hawks, calling a detective who's out riding on the weekend to go and do it immediately, to drop his bike and come and do it. Did you not think that this was a bit excessive?
Thank you, Commissioners. I did not call a Hawks because of the manner of office that he holds. I called him because he's a person that is known to me, and he's not staying far from where I stay. So I saw it so convenient that because of it's a weekend, let me try him. He might be available. Indeed, he was available. That is when and how we went there. Two, in the matter of calling a police official on a Saturday, I did not see him
take his children to school and the like. Is that what was happening?
That's correct.
So in October 2023, 8 months later, you send a message to Mr. Matlala saying, then we add lights and sirens. In that context, what lights and sirens do you think Mr. Matlala would have had in mind?
Security lights.
Witness F, what is security lights? According to you and Mr. Matlala.
According to me, security lights is those halogen lights. The white one. Usually security cars, the branded one, they put them on top of the car, on the grills of the vehicle, or on a dashboard.
So you were offering, or you were suggesting you would put white lights on his bikes. That would be part of his convoy.
I was showing the picture and what can be done to those bikes. Basically, yes.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Mr.
And what convoy did you have in mind?
The security convoy, Commissioner.
And what does Mr. Matlala use his security convoy for?
Close protection, as he was providing it to Mr. Msibi.
So you were suggesting that for the purposes of close protection for Mr. Msibi, Mr. Matlala's security convoy should be fitted with lights and sirens.
Not specifically for Mr. Msibi, but for his own company benefit, to put, when he has bikes, to put those lights and sirens, security lights and sirens.
Witness F, apart from advances to do repairs to his boats and jet skis, have you taken any payments from Mr. Matlala?
Can you repeat that, Commissioners?
Apart from advances in relation to repairs of his boat and his jet ski, or the jet ski that he was using, have you taken payments from Mr. Matlala?
No, but I can maybe put to the attention of the Commission that there was a time where Mr. Matlala wanted a convoy of motorbikes to a wedding in Mamelodi. So he asked me as a biker to arrange few of my friends to accompany him and entertain the crowd there in the wedding in Mamelodi. I remember at that time, I gave him a petrol prize from my friends. It was around per bike 2,000, 2,500, of which he required 6 bikes at that time. So that is the only time that I remember.
So can I clarify, are you saying that he was paid 6 times 2,500? So somewhere in the 15,000, sorry, you asked him to pay 15,000 rands to provide 6 bikers at 2,500 each.
That's correct, Commissioners.
And was this a different convoy from the convoy you were speaking about on page 43?
That's correct, Commissioners?
Because the convoy at page 43 was, according to your evidence, Mr. Matlala's, the security detail that he provided, whereas when he paid you, it was in relation to a convoy that would escort him, a convoy of your biker friends.
Not escort him per se, but because of already Mr. Matlala had his own escort for the entertainment. Because now, Commissioners, one of my hobbies the weekend is biking, escort of metric dance, weddings and funerals.
It seems to me that when Mr. Matlala paid you 20,000 rands, it had nothing to do with a convoy of bikers at a wedding. It was a payment as a reward for arranging lights and sirens for his convoy.
That's not correct.
Was it a coincidence that on the same day that you sent him a text saying, for your convoy, then we add lights and sirens, he transferred 20,000 rands into your bank account?
It might be a coincidence to the Commissioner, but to me, it's not. The money that Mr. Matlala sent, it was basically for a wedding that Mr. Matlala attended. Mr. Matlala did not need me to install his convoy. I assume you are saying that the convoy, the lights and siren. I was only basically talking to Mr. Matlala about bikes that were to be issued, if interested, by a security company that installed lights and sirens in Captain Park. Thank you, Commissioners. Thank you, Commissioner.
Witness F, we had evidence from another witness last year about the use of lights and sirens, and the evidence and the testimony, but the evidence that was presented to us, documentary evidence, records that lights and sirens on vehicles are only permissible on law enforcement officers and emergency vehicles. Are you aware of that?
I was not aware, Commissioners.
So you don't know that private vehicles are not permitted to have sirens?
Can you repeat that, Commissioner?
You are not aware that private vehicles, my vehicle, is not allowed to have, by law, is not allowed to have a siren. Are you telling us you're not aware of that?
I'm not telling you I'm not aware or not aware of that. But according to me, when a vehicle is fitted with security light, it must be branded, the personnel, and it must be on the security company's name, and people thereof who are driving such car must be serial registered. According to my understanding, that is when that vehicle is permitted to put lights and the siren. That is the reason even when we see, or I see, the security vehicle passing with the siren, especially these people who are working with track
Yes,
cars.
yes. The motorbike, Witness F, allow me to ask you my question so that I can get an answer. The motorbike that you sent to Mr. Matlala has no branding, It doesn't say in your message that it must be branded as a security vehicle or motorbike. All you say is this for your convoy, and then you say then we add lights and sirens. You don't say anything about it will have to be branded. So you're not saying to Mr. Matlala, this motorbike, your motorbike, can only get lights and a siren if it is branded. You don't say that to him. Yes, you want to comment?
Yes, I want to comment, Commissioners. Thank you. I did not send Mr. Matlala that motorbike, that this motorbike indeed, this is the one that must be installed. I was sending Mr. Matlala the motorbike, the type of motorbike the securities use.
Yes.
1. 2, I did not need to tell Mr. Matlala that you need to brand your bike because of his experience or his expertise in the security industry. I assumed at that particular time that with his capacity, he knows what is required and expected of his company.
Yes. Well, what I want to put to you is the evidence before us is that sirens are not permitted except for emergency vehicles and law enforcement officers, and I expect that you would know that, and I will not believe an answer from you that says you didn't know that when you made the suggestion to Mr. Matlala that his motorbike would be fitted with sirens. It can be that you don't know that. Do you want to comment? Witness F?
Thank you, Commissioners. I still stand by that statement. I'm sorry if maybe my answer is not satisfactory to the Commission.
Yes.
But the reason that I said it was because I thought he need to, because of his caliber. However, I'm sorry.
Yes, you don't have to apologize. It's just that it's unbelievable that you would not have known when you made this suggestion that the law doesn't allow him to have a siren on his vehicles, on his motorbikes. It's unbelievable that someone of your seniority and so closely linked to the office of the Deputy National Commissioner Sibia wouldn't know that the law does not permit private vehicles to be fitted with. You accept that this warrant itself that you send to him so that he arrests him when he sees him, you accept that on the face of it, this warrant does not authorize Mr. Matlala to arrest Mr. Kaula. And I can read it for you. Under the second part of it, in the second part of it, with the heading warrant of arrest, it says to all peace officers authorized to execute warrants of arrest. That's what the warrant says on the face of it. Can you accept that on the face of it, he doesn't have the authority because he's not a peace officer? It's really a simple. It's simple what I'm presenting to you. You just need to read the document which is in front of you, and then it says what it says. You can't change that.
That's correct, Commissioner.
So on the face of this document, he doesn't have the authority. Now, if you were giving him this document to effect an arrest, you were basically asking him to do something that's not authorized by the warrant, and therefore that is unlawful.
I tend to differ with the view of the Commissioner. According to my understanding, when the warrant of arrest it's been issued. Or according to me, a peace officer, it refers to a senior person like a captain or colonel, or that is a peace officer, according to my understanding.
So Mr. Matlala is a peace officer, according to your understanding. I thought we agreed he's not a peace officer. Mr. Witness F? If you insist, let me put this to you. If you insist that Mr. Matlala is a peace officer authorized by this warrant to effect an arrest, then I think your superiors should be very worried if you insist he's a peace officer. So I'm asking you again, do you accept that this warrant doesn't authorize Mr. Matlala to effect an arrest because he's not a peace officer? Can you accept that at least?
I accept that.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cheskasen.
Have you ever communicated with Z?
Yes, I did.
When did you communicate with Z?
I'm not quite sure, but I do communicate with him.
But you don't know his surname?
That's correct.
Can you give us a general description of who he is so that we can maybe suggest a surname to you?
I don't know about that. What kind of description does the commission requires?
Well, I'm trying to pin down who the Z is who had the political power to mobilize yourself on a weekend and a hawk to go and arrest Mr. Kawula. So any detail about Z that you can give us?
I don't know any that I can give to the commissioner.
Is it possible that his surname is Malo?
I'm not sure, Commissioner.
So you don't know who the complainant in this case of Musa Kawula is?
The complainants, according to my knowledge or information, there were two complainants. It was Z and it was Mr. Mbalula.
And in what context did you speak to Z?
Can you repeat that? I'm not sure if I understand you better.
In what context did you speak to Z? Because you said you had spoken to Z. What was the situation that caused you to speak to Z?
I know him.
So you know him, but you don't know his... Sorry, I apologize. Please continue.
It's someone that I know.
You know him, but you don't know his name.
I know him as Z.
And how do you know him?
I know him as a businessman.
And where did you meet him?
I can't exactly remember where did I met him. I can't remember. I'm just trying to remember where I met him for the first time, but I can confirm that I know him for quite some time. And the other thing again, he used to come there by the house of Mr. Msibi.
Sorry, by the house of Mr.
Msibi.
137. And if you go to 137, you'll see in chat number 4, General Sibia forwards you a message, and the forwarded message is, "Good evening, Brigadier. He's in Santon cells from yesterday." The date is 11th of January 2025 at 21:37, and that's followed up by another message that General Sibia sends to you. "This is Musa Kaula. The team has safely detained him in Santon from KZN." And then there's some thank you emojis. So, as you earlier indicated, Mr. Kaula was actually detained in KZN and held and then brought up to be held in Santon cells. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And your response to the General is, "Did Z call you? I just spoke to him yesterday and gave him your number." You see that?
That's correct.
What did you speak to Z about?
I can't remember clearly, Commissioner.
Why would you give Z General Sibia's number?
Might have requested them.
You see, what it looks like to me is that we know from the messages forwarded to you by General Sibia that yesterday, in other words, the 10th of January, was the day Mr. Kaula was arrested. And you spoke to Z yesterday and gave him General Sibia's number. And it looks to me that the most likely reason for speaking to Z on the 10th of January was to inform him that Musa Kaula has now been arrested. And you gave him General Sibia's number so that he could thank General Sibia for arresting the person he wanted arrested. Does that make sense?
I can't comment on that, Commissioner.
Or
General Sibia.
Might have had what from General Sibia?
That I am going to send him a warrant.
No, but you were instructed on your evidence. You were instructed by General Sibia, according to you, to send the warrant to Mr. Matlala. And you're telling us all you did was send the warrant and didn't speak to him. How would he have known where you are going, what address you are going to try and find Mr. Kaula, if you didn't speak to him? And how would he have known you are in fact going now to go in, at that time to go and arrest Ms. Kaula?
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. I sent this to Mr. Matlala. I did not say to Mr. Matlala, the reason that I sent this to Mr. Matlala, it is because, according to him, he sees Mr. Kaula individually where he goes.
So why were you... No, sorry, Witness F. Let's not waste time. Why did you send this to Mr. Matlala was the question earlier. You said, I sent it because I was told to send it, and I didn't see anything wrong with that because I know that the SAPS works with security officers. You've already told us that. But you've also told us that you did not speak to Mr. Matlala. You just sent this. So I'm asking the simple question. How would he have known where you are going and when you are going to try and find Mr. Kaula so that he can come and help you, assist you at that place? How would Mr. Matlala have known that if you didn't speak to him?
Okay, maybe if I can explain this in this way. We are going to arrest, or we are going to the said venue where we are going to locate Mr. Kaula. We are giving Mr. Matlala this warrant.
Okay.
For if he sees him there.
Yes. So
we are going to another section.
So you gave. Allow me to cut you short because I really would like you to give me a direct answer. So you did tell him where you are going because that's the only way he could help you, by going to the same place where you are going. Excuse me.
I did not, commissioners. I did not tell him where we were going.
Yeah. Okay. I think what you are doing is you are not being candid with us, because it doesn't make sense that you would give him a warrant of arrest which doesn't have an address, and you don't tell him where you are going, where he's going to assist you. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't work that way. So again, I want to put to you that you are not being truthful with us about a conversation that you had with Mr. Matlala. You must have had a conversation with him. That's my view on this. Thank you. Thank you, Mr.